Hey guys, Joshua Peterson here, Peterson Electric. Want to talk to you about the videos based on based in May 9th, 2018. A video is going to be based on do I have to add AFCI protection to my kitchen if I'm remodeling my kitchen. A lot of jurisdictions in the bigger areas of Denver will state that if you guys decide to go ahead and go down to studs or even drywall, they'll make you update all the circuitry. Some jurisdictions say that you don't have to if you're just refacing cabinets and you're not moving electrical or plumbing. My suggestion is if you are gutting a kitchen, it doesn't hurt to have someone check your circuits and make sure that you may or may not need more circuitry, because you could be having issues you didn't even know, especially if you bought the place. So anyways, this is the same exact thing I'll explain to you. We had to pull in a brand new circuit for a microwave here. And we did decide to do a dual function breaker on a dishwasher disposal, and then we moved around two of the appliance circuits right here. So we did have to change and put in some arc faults. Some panels don't even accept arc faults, and you would even have to have a panel swap or service change in order to get arc faults in order to do your kitchen. So keep that in mind. This is why I'm doing this video. We did replace devices right through here. This is where we're starting our GFCI down in the nook area that will kill all of our kitchen right here. This right here is our brand new microwave circuit. They're going to have a floating island or some kind of moving stand, and this is where they wanted their microwave because they took out their vent hood and they no longer have a microwave. Now, as long as it's a glass or induction top or coil top electric, you do not have to have a vent. But if you do go to gas, you have to have a vent that it goes outside, and it has to be a 3-speed fan. The CFM is based upon how many gas burners that you have, and that BTU is multiplied, and then they have some equation on there that basically states usually you need a 6-inch vent on that or 5. Right here, this is what we had to do. All of these wires were coming in here. He decided to cut open this wall. We decided to move this to right over here to scoot this over and join this in from 2 boxes to 1, and then right here is where we added an outlet right there and then added an outlet over here. So keep in mind that just because this was existing and you did take off the backsplash to cut it, we did have to add an outlet because it's accessible, and it has to be not further than 4 foot, not further than 2 foot from the edge of a sink or a break. Down here we did convert that to a plug with a whip cord to plug in the dishwasher, the disposal, and the electric range. We actually ran a separate ground wire just for the 4-wire versus the 3-wire. And so that is going to be an 8 kW 50 amp circuit. Put in our stacks, tied that up, and now they put a beam there and a plate here and maybe a little countertop there, and that'll be an open concept. A lot of people are going to this today, and that's totally fine, but keep in mind that when you are doing that and you're taking down walls, when we walked into this so-called service call to do a couple switches, all these wires were hanging. We basically gave them a bid and then said, okay, we got to go. But we do need to know that up front if you're gutting walls, because that's kind of a surprise for our schedule. Plus the fact that they may not know that we have to charge more. So yeah, we got our arc faults in, our GFCI protection, added a few circuits according to 210.52 and 210.12, 210.8, and then also looked at grounding separately for the appliance, which is in 250.130C, I believe. So other than that, guys, oh, and also 422 talks about appliances on grounding. It did have copper in the home and not aluminum, and they did have grounding throughout the circuits and not any non-grounding or knob and two is what we would call it. So in a nutshell, keep in mind that electrical is part of a budget for your kitchen. And I know a lot of you guys like to watch your HD TV shows, and they show you how they fix and flip a home so quick and so easy and put lipstick on a pig sometimes. Bottom line, there's still the guts of the home, which is going to be inside of those walls, is the electrical, plumbing, HVAC, and these things. They never really show you about that, nor talk to you about it. Keep in mind also, there's a new important part of this, is that I know in my city, Loveland, Colorado, where I live, if you have asbestos and your home is older than October 12th, 1988, they have to make you hot test. I cannot just pull a permit for electrical because you're moving nothing else. You may have to have a permit pulled and then do a demo process for yourself, and you do have to have a demo permit in Marktown and Fort Collins as well. So our surrounding towns expect those demo permits, but they won't let me attach or bring on an electrical permit for just this portion I did because there has asbestos in the walls possibly. So you have to get that hot tested. You can do that through the state of Colorado of DORA, and then once they know you have your affidavit form, you can send that to the city, and then they'll let you decide to start gutting and doing that. But you can't just walk into a wall that's gutted and then not know. And if your home is 1999 and later like that, or basically 89, then you're probably okay. But some cities still say that you have to have the affidavit beforehand. So if you're cutting out walls and breaking drywall and we hear kitchen remodel, we're going to be asking you up front, did you get your stuff taken care of? Because we can't get caught on the backside of that in the middle of a bid or middle of a job. So keep those things in mind. Hopefully it'll help you guys out. Thanks.